years.
Why was she hiding?
I hate to break the fishing news after Remcheck, but I'd like to speak about the ice hockey.
Congratulations, you're one of the 13 listeners of the Real Life Podcast.
We just traded a migraine in for like an orgasm.
Might want to mark that down.
Yep. All of my projects are on schedule until they're not.
A member of the Nation Network of Podcasts.
About as funny as we're going to get today.
I saw that. I didn't realize she was lying. Oh.
How's that for an intro?
Oh. We can use it. There's buttons to do, like there's technology.
Celine Dion, Canadian icon.
Man, I love Celine Dion.
Tyler was just sitting there puzzled and watching you guys.
It is.
So
yeah.
good.
She's a chanteuse, man. Like, it makes me sad that Celine Dion can't sing. She's good.
Yeah.
She's Canadian. You get behind the Canadians.
That's right.
Queen.
Celine Dion, Anne Murray, Nelly Furtado, and need
Alanis
one more.
Morissette.
Alanis Morissette. That's my Mount Rushmore female Canadian vocalist.
But Celine's got to be
Dobson.
Wow.
No, Nelly
Shania Twain? I wasn't listening.
Celine's got to be the top of the mountain, though.
So,
Yeah.
for sure.
Her face is the biggest on Mount Rushmore, which is, I think, how they rank the importance of the presidents. On
Which
it.
president then is that?
Jefferson. No, I'm a Teddy Roosevelt guy.
Oh, yeah?
He shot all those animals when he would go on safari.
Yeah.
I liked
liked
him
him in-
safari, like rolling 600 guys deep.
I liked when he lived in that museum, you know?
I was just going to say, I liked his Roland night at the museum.
I see.
Anyways, welcome into real life, a very real life start to today's episode. And today's episode is delivered by DoorDash. Dash that for the win for a limited time. Our Canadian listeners, sorry, shroom sauce, can get 25% off and zero delivery fees on their first order of $15 or more when you download the DoorDash app and enter the code NATION25. That's 25% off up to a $10 value and zero delivery fees on your first order when you download the DoorDash app in the App Store and enter the code NATION25, all caps.
Ding dong.
Thank you, Leo.
No cap.
If you go on my SoundCloud, it's all rappers only I know, and then Celine Dion's kid. Because I respect her so much that when her kid started putting out DJ music, which is not of the caliber of a Dion, I'll put it that way, I threw him a follow. So much I respect the mom.
My favorite part about Celine Dion is how one of her greatest songs, My Heart Will Go On, is now turned into like part of meme culture as well.
Yeah.
Because they always have the takeoff part as part of the meme. I always love that. So it's fun
You listen to all your music on SoundCloud?
I listen to SoundCloud. So the stuff I listen to, I can't get anywhere else because that's garbage.
Yeah, I see what you mean.
Yeah, and they're like, we're not putting 12 cents to Spotify to list ourselves as an author. Like, no.
Today I was given a new hat from someone. It is a very neat hat. It says Edmonton upside down. And I said, I'm going to pin it to my belt loops and just wear it like a fashion.
That's cool.
And then Wanye, you let me know you actually used to do that.
In grade 8, I had a Blackhawks hat that I'd never wear on my head. It was always on my belt.
That was the style.
It was
man.
cool.
That was
Was
the
it?
drip.
Did we wear a hat on our head though too? Did we have two hats?
You'd wear like
Oh, yeah.
Oh, the floating hat on top of your head is back.
That's
It's pretty
back?
yeah. It's
Oh, that's all kids do now.
I used to wear a watch around my belt.
What?
Yeah.
Why?
It would just kind of dangle and you'd look at it. I don't know.
Did you ever go through a phase where
Were you
you
big
wore?
key like wallet chain?
I had a wallet
to
chain.
front
Yeah,
po-
for sure. It's
okay.
punk rock, baby.
Oh, that's fly. Did you ever go through a period where you wore the same clothes over and over and over? To
I'm
school?
still in that period.
Really?
Yeah.
No All Nation gear.
Mhm.
There was, I think it was grade 5. I wore Boston Bruins sweatpants 65% of the school days. It was either dirty and I was getting them back. or
Flip
I
them
was
inside
wearing-
out. Clean side.
I had my two favorite shirts. One was a chip and pepper blue and black tie dye with an amazing graphic on the
That's
back
fly.
Nice.
with the two dogs like looking all gangster.
Fucking right.
And then the other one was a Michael Jordan t-shirt.
Yeah.
And I would wear them both at the same time and alternate which one I wore on
On
the
the
top
outside?
left. Yes.
No, you wouldn't.
Yes.
Why?
I loved those shirts so much. I had to wear both.
When I was grade 4, I used to have a no fear shirt that said,
Oh.
if you can read this, you're losing on the back. And I
Yeah.
wore that 8 days out of 7.
I remember my mom saying to me, like, don't you want to wear different clothes? I was like, hell no, these are wicked sweatpants.
These two will
Go
do.
Bruins. Didn't even like the Bruins.
I'm trying to think of what I remember. One vivid memory I have of elementary school. My mom and I were at Winners. I was in grade 3. And there was a pair of shoes with an Oilers logo on the side.
You and I are mid-30s in this story.
And
Go
I was like, gotta cop those. Got
on.
them.
What were they?
They were just white, like Nike shoes with an Oilers logo on the side.
Yeah.
Sick.
Wore them to grade 3. Keep in mind, this was the year the 06 Cup run was coming.
You were in grade 3.
Yeah.
Of course.
I wear them to school, and I will not say his name, but one kid looked at me and went, "You're a loser. You're wearing Oilers shoes." And I was ruined.
Too bad you didn't know Rick back then. He's got all the Oilers shoes.
I know. And now I see Rick wearing his things. I'm like, damn it. That was me in grade 3, but I got bullied.
When
And then I don't
everybody
think I
used to
wore them again.
wear starter jackets,
Yeah,
and they
fuck
like,
yeah.
like Charlotte Hornets and shit. I had an Oilers one, and a kid tried to pull that shit on me, and we fought.
Oh, I was a pussy. I would not have fought him.
Really? I would say, weren't you a giant kid?
No, I was tiny, dude. I was like 5'6" until grade 11.
What?
And then I just shot up in like 12 months. And then I stayed that height.
You see Victor Wembanyama come in as Slender Man?
Spooky.
Great
I was going to
costume.
send that to you and be like, it's you going
Great
to work.
costume.
You were tiny and now you're Slender Man?
That might be the second best costume for Halloween. I think first best is your nephews.
Oh, the Invisible Man?
Yes.
Yeah.
That was unbelievable.
It was unbelievable. I don't even know how they did it.
I'll show you photos. Yeah. Wanye's
I wanna see a
nephew. When is the Invisible Man?
My sister's so like good at
Was it
industrial
mirrors?
designer. No, man.
Oh no, it was
like wires and
It was
stuff.
very good because like it was like his head is like below, and then it was just like floating glasses, floating hat.
Oh, cool.
Yeah.
Yeah, look at this.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Isn't that wicked?
That is
That looks like
so
a grown
cool.
man's height.
Yeah.
Yeah. So
He's like 10.
his eyes are chest height.
Yeah,
Yeah.
there's 2 little buttonholes. You can see
Yeah.
his little eyes.
That is so cool.
How good is that?
I'm
Put that over here. I want to see.
Oh,
Yeah.
there you go.
It's cool.
When I saw it, I was like, whoa.
For podcast listeners, this will make no sense.
Very
But
That is
visual
amazing.
podcast.
I can include a photo. I'll send it.
there you go. I was
Man,
gonna-
that is a great
But-
costume.
but to
I
be fair-
guarantee, though, every other kid saw that costume and they're like, oh, man.
My sister, though,
How do you
is
keep
like,
up with
She
that?
sets the bar.
she makes industrial grade. She used to do it for her and her friends. They'd all go out as Halloween as a crew. One year they were like diner waitresses and stuff like that. And so she's brought that level of energy.
and that's actually like kind of a spooky costume too.
Oh yeah, it's scary.
Yeah.
That's a great costume.
Yeah.
It's a really good costume.
Mhm.
What were we talking about
I
before
put
this?
Wanye Jr. in a cardboard box and wrote Halloween on it and just dragged him around with a rope. And I'm like, that's his costume.
What was he?
It's Halloween. He was
Box.
a fireman.
Oh, he's a
But
fireman.
it was from Costco, like a normal parent.
Yeah.
We went and purchased the costume. We
You went and said, which one do you
yeah,
like?
go
And
to
we bought it.
Industrial
Yeah.
Light and Magic to get this pulled off.
Does Wanye Jr. believe that Halloween is like free gummy worm day?
Wow, he does love the gummies, as we know. This time last year, though, it was amazing just seeing the difference in being 2 and being 3. Because last year at Halloween, we'd like basically drag him to every door, and then this year it switched on in his head. He was predator mode, and he was going for it.
Gunning?
on.
That's
Yeah.
awesome.
He understood
Maximum candy.
Yeah.
get something back.
Yeah, I have 2 nieces and they're now 5 and 2 still. And they like the 2-year-old, same kind of thing, right? She finally, or 2.5. So she gets it now. And like months leading up to Halloween, it's like, so I've narrowed down my list to 3 things of what I'm going to be this Halloween. I'm still workshopping it. Like Halloween's a big deal. I kind of forget
But
it.
Wanye Jr.'s like, he's smart, right? Like the next day, he was like, well, can we go Halloweening? I'm like, no, man, it's only like 1 day a year. And he's just like,
Huh?
why can't we just go around and get free candy every day from all of our neighbors? I'm like, what you're describing is better than what Halloween is.
That would be
It's got to
the
be
plan.
confusing to be a little kid, just all the little conventions of life of like, today we're wearing costumes and going door to door getting candy, but don't you dare ask tomorrow. That would be silly.
I can see how that'd be confusing for someone with limited life experience.
Yeah.
Toddlers.
We also bought lightsabers and we've been fighting with those.
Yeah, that's fun.
That's pretty cool.
They're pretty cool quality. Like they make the noise. And then if you turn the lights off, they light up from the inside. It's pretty fly.
Kids' toys are making quite the advancements.
They're not like when we were kids.
No.
Or, well, you
Ball on a string.
probably. Yeah, exactly.
Ball and
Rock
cup.
with a face painted on it.
Mhm.
That's Taylor Swift.
Yep.
That's how I
It's
was.
just like her.
Everyone was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. Every couple you know, I'll even go as far as to say the worst couple you know was Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce for Halloween. Is that rude? I don't know. I just feel like I saw it like 30 times and I'm grumpy about it.
It's a lot.
You knew it was coming, though.
I know.
You knew it was
You
coming.
knew it was
These
coming.
moments in time though are getting like faster and faster and like bigger spikes and over faster. I feel like, and like it's already over. I feel like Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce.
Yeah,
Well, she wasn't at the Denver game,
because she's going on her European tour.
but right. I'm just
Yeah.
confirming that because
And they lost.
They got shelled.
Smoked by the Broncos, yeah.
Chiefs fans are pissed.
Favorite Oilers Halloween costume that you saw from the guys on the team?
Well, I realized how big of a Harry Potter office we had because I didn't recognize a fucking person.
I'm gonna go. Everyone's saying Jack Campbell, but like he hid behind it. Like, yeah, it was like movie grade, but I definitely love the Ava costume of Broberg.
That was
Yeah, I
great.
must say,
That was
yeah,
fantastic.
That tugged me in the heartstrings.
Oh, and it's just great to know that they're boys and that Broberg's got a friend.
But I also love in the Harry Potter sets that Nuge was like the evil guy, the
Yeah.
evil professor, and looked scary.
The only person I knew, and I respected it because David Beckham actually shared it on his Insta
Yeah,
story,
that's pretty cool.
was Leon and Celeste going as David
That's
Beckham.
pretty.
You guys are underestimating how much Connor played along. He shaved and learned to put his hands on his hips like Jeff Probst and wore a peaked hat.
Oh, I felt like I feel like that was lazy.
It
for
was
them.
lazy.
That was lazy for
He's
them.
probably done with it though. He's like, remember the year you made me go as Trump? We're done with this shit.
That was actually
Margin Homer. That was cool.
That was good.
Hear me out. I'm connecting some dots. Lauren loves Survivor. Easy leap to make. She also likes Big Brother. Do you think McDavid's caught up on Big Brother?
Probably.
He's got to be a Big Brother fan.
They just have 4 days off. He's got to be.
Oh, for sure.
Like, if you're a Survivor fan, you're a Big Brother
you
fan.
feel like Connor as a kid was downstairs in the basement playing street hockey and shooting a puck into a dryer, and now Lauren got the same dryer shipped in from Ontario. He's down the basement of his house shooting pucks all day long. Don't you think she's like, it's time for Big Brother? And he's like, I'm shooting pucks.
That was cool at the fan zone. One of the engagement activations they had was shooting a puck into a washing machine.
Really? That's
like
cool.
a stacker. Yeah. So that was kind of cool.
I don't feel like Connor plays along with any of the reindeer games. I think he comes home and he goes in his hyperbaric chamber and hangs upside down.
Well, he needs to. He's got to repair that torn oblique.
Exactly.
I don't know. I feel like maybe I'm choosing to believe he watches Big Brother.
Well, Matt, lovable guy, he's fucking up.
Why? I think he honestly might beat Jag now that he's racked up enough wins.
He does not have enough wins. Nowhere near the amount of wins.
Plus, still
him, if Jag convinces him to punt Sari, that's a massive mistake by Matt.
100%. But I just feel
like the Jag has so much control on this, and I know. I also respect it, but now I want to see some controversy.
As a Team Jag member since day one of this season, I'm all over this. He's running the show in that house.
He has got it mapped out.
But the thing is, Matt now has the ability to sit there and be like, I had to save Jag with the invisible power. He was out of the game at one point if it wasn't for me. And then he can say this last week, I stepped up and won an HOH where if I didn't win it, one of us was going home and neither of us would have made the final. Like, he has a
but
really
then Jag won the veto.
If Bowie won, they were safe. Yes.
Yeah,
Bowie
probably
is so blind.
Bowie barely knows she's playing Big Brother.
Oh my God. The funniest thing ever was when she won that one comp, whatever the couple comps go, right? The HOH on the double eviction. Yeah. And Amber's like, I think she plays dumb. I think she's actually, and then right on cue, as we're arguing it, the veto starts and Bowie drops the small ball into her thing, not the, and totally fucks up.
I was wondering, I'm like, there's bigger and smaller balls.
And I was like, no, she just grabbed the first one.
She doesn't want to do anything. She's so worried about blood on her hands or anything. There was that conversation in the bedroom. I think it was her and Jag or something. And she was like, okay, so you have to go have that conversation. You have to go do it. And I'm like, I don't know what you're like.
She's the ultimate floater.
Non-event.
Cruising.
But at least she's won. She has one. Though.
Yeah.
Anyways, Jag's running away with it.
Jag's running away with it.
So I want some disruption. I want some chaos.
I would like some chaos, but again, Team Jag, need him to win.
Felicia thinking she's this great player, just knowing that she's been brought along because she is not this great player.
The greatest thing about her, she keeps chicken wings in her house coat.
That is very efficient.
Unbelievable.
She's a good friend to have because she's always got a snack.
They were just showing her randomly B roll of her on the last episode. She's just eating bacon, just
her on the live feeds might be entertaining.
Probably.
I think it would be quite the mind fuck though to be in the Big Brother house for that long and survive that long. You convince yourself you're good. I think it'd be very hard to sit there the whole time and be like, well, they're only giving me here because I suck, but paycheck's good, so hell yeah.
Paycheck's not good.
Paycheck's
on American Big Brother.
Unless you win.
What do they get for everybody else?
Oh, we'll see her at Greta will bring in a Mama Fee.
Yeah. Maybe. We'll go ask.
That's why they're always pumping their fist when they make jury is because you get to keep making the money.
What money?
I think you get a minimum stipend.
Yeah, because they get the
But for a lot of these people, for them to leave their jobs and stuff, it's a financial cost.
Yeah.
Well, yeah.
How about that guy your Amtrak that put bread in little baby's pocket while he's performing?
What?
I said that to you.
Oh, okay, but the post got deleted then.
Oh, it was little baby rapping in a club.
Okay.
And then this guy just walks up to him, puts a piece of bread in his pocket, and the security goes crazy. They pull it out. And it's just like a
because I got a DM from you that said, let's get this bread with no post attached. And I was like, sweet, you're sending me let's go.
No, it was a little
keep it up here.
Someone put a piece of fucking bread. Let's keep it up. No. I wasn't encouraging you. I was talking about little baby.
Big Brother Canada contestants get $1,000 a week there in the house or in jury. So convert that to Big Brother US. I bet you they're getting $5,000 a week.
No, what? It seems like a lot.
$5,000 a week.
If Canada's getting 1,000, you'd got to think.
Are you Jonathan Huberdeau's agent?
No. Big Brother 19. They said they also got $1,000 a week, so maybe it is only that.
Yeah.
Still, though, you made it that long. You've at least walked out of there with like
at least
17
you're not
grand.
losing. You make your rent payments.
A lot of Big Brother contestants, when they get to like the home stretch, are envisioning a life out of the house where they're like Leonardo DiCaprio.
Yeah, they're going to be influencers and they're going to
I'm gonna have
sell.
a sock line. I'm gonna have a fucking celebrity sorbet. I'm gonna make that money. I'm gonna get this bread.
You remember Derek and Cody from like 5-6 years ago?
Oh yeah. No, the cop and the
cop and the other guy, Cody Califari. So they have a podcast where they talk about Big Brother, and on their pod the other day, they were just roasting Blue, who I hate. She's one of my least favorite Big Brother players.
Kitty purr.
Oh, I hate it
that
so
drives me
much.
nuts.
When you can tell they're doing a Blue segment, I fast forward through it. I just couldn't do it anymore. And they both were like, I hope she comes out and is the least famous person on Big Brother, because that would rattle her more than losing the game did.
Yeah.
I hated her. Anyways, that's probably enough Big Brother talk.
I don't remember a single person on Big Brother once they've left the house.
When they do things like this season where they bring back old house guests for the games, I remember them. I'm like, oh yeah, that person.
Familiar. I will not know their name. I'm like, you look familiar.
But like, if you're trying to sell a product with somebody from Big Brother 22, it's lost on me who that person is.
Yeah,
That's fair.
I think it influence.
River Cree is bringing Ruben Studdard and Clay Aiken in. And I think
Finally.
it was the 25th anniversary of their season of American Idol, or 20th, or some enormously high number. And it looked like Clay Aiken and Ruben Studdard, but aged. Like a
That'll happen.
20th, maybe?
20 maybe.
It was a very
No,
high
it's got to be
number.
more than 20 because
No.
it's got to be close to 25.
It wasn't in the 90s.
Probably late
No,
90s, probably
American
2000.
Idol was like early O's.
Are there devices we can check this on?
No.
Yeah, I'd say
I have to go to the library and get a book.
Yeah, I think 20 is right.
May 2003 is when Ruben Studdard won.
So there's the 20th anniversary of
Yeah,
them
20th
coming out. Oh my Lord.
But good for them, though. We know their names. I couldn't tell outside of Kelly
Clay Aiken was also
Clarkson.
a member of Congress.
What?
Or a
Oh yeah, I saw he was
senator.
running for that. But I don't know any winners of American Idol like them. Kelly Clarkson.
Carrie Underwood?
She didn't win.
Oh, she lost. Who beat Carrie Underwood? Damn.
I think it was that the young guy that looked old.
Remember that movie from
Jordan
Something to
Hicks.
Kelly?
Benjamin.
Remember that? What was it? The curly hair?
Yeah, from Justin to Kelly. Yeah,
That was a good movie.
Yeah, Justin Guarini.
Yeah. He beat Kelly Clarkson, was like, I have the world by the tail. And then he did.
All right. We got a couple new reviews we can get to on today's pod.
Are either of them about Justin Guarini?
Just quick scan. Haven't read them. No.
Ah.
All right. First one comes in from our pal, the rookie, who was at our season launch party a couple weeks ago.
Oh, really?
He was. First Nation event, he said.
Oh, amazing.
Hell yeah. So 5-star review titled Sleep WTFN, which I'm intrigued to see where this is going to go.
Okay.
A few years back, my wife and I woke up in the morning and could see a light on downstairs. As the guy, I was voluntold to check it out.
Right.
This particular light was the front door light, which was on a motion switch. The front door was open and blowing in the wind. That is what turned on the light. Freaking out, we checked the house, checked the cameras. At 2 a.m., my son, who was like 7 at the time, was sleepwalking, went out on the front step, called out mommy, then came back inside and went to sleep on the couch. Adds that could have been tragic. Wanye is the mouse king. Great pod. 5 stars.
Sleepwalking.
That's freaky that your kid just walked to the front door, yelled out mommy, then was like, well, back to bed.
Wanye just going to
Responsible.
sleep in a crib forever. I don't want him out. You can stand there and be sad.
Yeah.
Can't quite.
What about with like a tether or something, you know? So he could be in a big boy bed.
But it
then if
snaps
he gets
him back up the stairs.
Yeah, it just drags him back up. Series of pulleys running through Wanye Manor.
Yeah.
That's good. 5 stars from JM Loves Music, who says, I was chalm out, but then ... That's how you bring someone in.
And empty chair where Chalmers should be for his second Keeping It 100 segment in a row.
Oh my God. Yeah. You missed Thursday.
What a shocker.
Oh.
We were quietly saying like, because we didn't want to like keep him accountable because he's trying to keep himself accountable for this. So we didn't want to remind him.
Yeah, because he'd be rattled.
So he didn't even show up. You probably want to know why. Probably because he didn't do it. He probably was embarrassed.
Probably.
So now he has an out.
5 stars from this reviewer who says, been listening since the first Laddie Schmid interview. At first, I was like, who is this guy who keeps talking about himself more than Schmid? But very quickly, I came to understand the Church of Chris K. Chalmers.
Yes.
The church.
Yes.
I am officially part of #Chalm Army. We can't tell him either of these two things exist.
Is this a different review?
Yes.
You call it the Chalmers.
This motherfucker comes to 1 in 12 podcasts and he's half our comments.
And he's got the Church of Chris K. Chalmers and #Chalm Army. It goes on to say, don't worry, buddy. I made sure my hose was disconnected before the winter started. I hope anyone claiming otherwise has good home insurance. P.S. Love Jay, but no one has ever misrepresented his take on Bouchard, and it's infuriating when he pretends that this is happening. It's just a bad take, dude.
It's not a bad take.
You pointed out some people use numbers to criticize Nurse and prop up Bouch, and then ignoring them when they're flipped. Any comment on the Rangers game then? And the entire playoffs last season?
This is a podcast review?
Yeah, 5 stars.
The
Hater.
entire playoffs last season? Wow. You think he carried us during the playoffs? It wasn't.
They use the podcast reviews to attack you.
I know.
Which is good. That's what we want.
That's what we want.
Yeah, leave more reviews because that's the only way to reach out to us.
Reviews are always open.
Oh.
Yeah. So leave us reviews on Apple.
You know what? What's your name?
JM.
JM. Thank you for listening.
Oh, that's nice.
We need to go for a beer. Come to a nation event, and we're going to hash this out. And
It's Evan Bouchard.
I will walk you through this. Evan
My
Bouchard.
favorite Evan Bouchard conversation I think you ever had was when you and Tyler had it at Singapore Sam's at about 2:30 in the morning,
That's
where
what-
people were on to come up to you and talk about Evan Bouchard.
That's where the best conversations happen. It's from the heart at that point.
You can also leave comments on Spotify now, which I keep forgetting to check, but they're just like comments on individual episodes. It's like someone commented on our one and said, on a scale of bad to good, this is good, but then didn't leave any stars. I don't know if there are stars on Spotify. So there you go. There was one from Ari. Love the pod. Honestly, better than ONR, but not better than the DFO rundown.
Interesting.
It's an interesting spot to put us in the network.
We have bookends. We know we're better than worse than.
Yeah, we have one that's very league intensive.
Yeah.
And one that is the opposite.
Gregor and Frank just screamed about Gary Bettman today. It was wild.
What were they yelling about?
In chorus?
Gregor says he should be forced out. Like, no more Gary Bettman. And Gregor's whole thing, his whole argument is, we teach our kids not to lie, and Gary lied, so he should be done.
Lied about what?
This whole Ottawa Senators fiasco.
Oh, it's all in good fun. Come on.
It's all in good fun.
200. What was for the Senators? $950 million?
Yeah.
You want to quibble over peanuts? Give me a break.
First round pick, though. Their owner was
Come on.
pissed.
Oh, he was,
And
I can't believe how anti-NHL he was.
That interview or that presser, I guess, was fantastic to watch.
It's got to be so hard to be the commissioner of a sports league because every owner now is a billionaire and they're all competing over a very hard game to like rig, right? So it can't just be the same team every year.
Yeah.
They're all so driven. You have to manage all that shit. That's why Goodell gets so much money.
Yeah, he makes a ton, right? Doesn't he make like $28 million a year?
$700 million in his career as commissioner.
That is fucking
twice the highest paid NFL player's career earnings.
His current annual salary, Tyler, $63.9 million.
But if you're running a company that big,
Gary makes as much as Connor, right?
Yeah.
Gary makes as much as Connor, right?
As a percentage of revenue.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The NFL is much bigger. Your CEO should be making commensurately more money.
Yeah, that makes
The
sense.
guys who deserve, or gals who deserve the big money are the MLS people because they are just moving units, man.
Yeah.
Franchises like Beckham, what did they say that the Galaxy were worth when he went there? It was some smallish number. And now they say that FC Miami's worth $700 million.
And he negotiated to be able to buy that team for like $25 million.
That's what it was. It's $25 million expansion fee.
Yeah.
Toronto FC expanded or got their expansion club in 2007. They paid
$10 million.
$10 million.
Yeah.
It is now currently worth, according to their Wikipedia page, it has an estimated value of $690.
So number
That's
one, if
the
you're
crown
Beckham,
jewel in MLSC's portfolio now.
Yeah. I paid nothing to get it.
Victoria can subsidize her clothing line until the end of time because they've lost 30 million pounds on it, they think, since they started. But they just made that kind of money,
30 million pounds.
as they say.
Oh my God. Victoria.
Did you watch that Beckham doc?
So good.
It's good.
Awesome.
I'm sorry.
Rules.
I lost my Netflix.
So did I. And now I'm in like a fight mentally with Netflix about how much do I want to watch it.
Oh, because like the shared situation. Oh,
Yeah,
yeah,
we've-
I'm a ticking time bomb then.
Oh yeah,
You haven't been discontinued?
No.
I got buddies who still haven't, but it was the most heartbreaking thing ever.
Oh, from that account, I have.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
I'm sharing it.
You're
Yeah, oh, yeah.
nice.
Yeah.
We've always mooched off Amber's dad. And then the other day, late at night, I think I had like a beer league game, sat down. I was like, you know what? I'm just going to fall asleep to The Office tonight. Rattled.
They're going to have to roll out something incredible to get me to sign up. Like a 12-part Jordan Everly documentary.
They're now doing live programming.
Yeah, I saw that.
Something's coming up.
There's been some good shows. I love Netflix. David Beckham's docuseries, great.
Do you have other streaming services?
I have Crave, but that's because I yelled at Telus. And they gave me free
you're not
Crave.
paying for it.
And they just released a John Gotti docuseries.
Yes.
So good.
Just started watching that.
Amazing. Love me my mob shit.
What is it now though? Like $12.99 a month for Netflix?
I don't know. Whatever. Nope. I'm just going to do it because I need it.
I spent all my money on OnlyFans.
They've officially gone to the point in my life where I will cut something else out in favor of keeping Netflix.
I asked the OnlyFans lady to hold it up to Netflix while I'm subscribed. I say, can we watch Beckham together? And she says, all right, but it's $300 a day.
One thing I will say though, for a streaming service, if you want to, I'm using my buddy's YouTube premium account.
Well, that's fly.
That is worth the money.
Just to never watch ads on YouTube?
Never watch ads. You get a bunch of bonus content. You get their like YouTube music. You can watch free movies through there.
That's cool.
Oh,
yeah.
Tempting.
YouTube movies are a strange assortment of like ones you've heard of and ones you shouldn't have heard of.
100%. It's like Amazon Prime though. You're like, what the fuck is this?
And they go to like D grade. Oh, Amazon's got shockingly crappy movies.
Oh.
I swear to God, watching Amazon has almost put me off watching science fiction because they have such low budget garbage on that channel.
Tons.
Where they're like, we painted a table silver. That's a UFO.
They'll have like that Nike movie with Matt Damon and Ben Affleck in it, right beside this weird UFO movie that was made on an iPhone, but from back in the day. It's very bizarre.
You can't go 4 minutes without touching the microphone.
no, it's my thing. I always have to play that because I'm always worried that it's not in the right spot.
You broke it again.
No, I fixed it.
Well, no, because the wire is supposed to go through this thing so it hides it.
Oh, okay. I'm learning.
Yeah, it's fine. I'll fix it later, I guess.
Where's our gaffer?
Or what?
Where's our key grip?
Yeah.
Best
Yeah,
boy.
I wish.
Sometimes I watch other podcasts and see how many people are involved in other people's podcasts. I'm like, you don't need all those people.
Oh yeah, it's like I listen to a couple or one Barstool one, pardon my take, and they have like a 9-man crew working on that pod, and it's like good old real life. Bag milk hits record, and then I go upload it.
And every now and then I push the sound effects.
Yeah.
The most prep we've done in the last 12 months was me and Jay talking about Celine Dion during the intro.
It's innovation.
Yeah.
We do
a new intro. You should record that.
What? The new Celine? Just you guys talking about Celine Dion?
Bless her heart.
Just make that the intro.
Speaking of podcasts, Wanye and I have both been watching Flames Nation content.
It's so good, man. As an Oilers fan, the best Oilers content right now is Flames Nation's destruction of the Flames.
Barn Burner does not pull punches at all.
Man.
Those boys are giving it to the
They're
Flames.
so harsh. I keep like wincing when they talk. I'm like, they're not supposed to say that. They say whatever they want.
Old Rhett Warner don't give a shit.
Nope.
But then they also
Noodles
say
on
stuff to the GM.
Well, this is what's perplexing about the entire situation. He goes on their show and talks to them.
Yeah.
Like, what the
Well,
fuck?
doesn't that John Boy podcast have a Yankees podcast where the manager of the Yankees is a co-host?
Yeah, they pay him $1 million a season. John Boy pays
they
Aaron
rip
Boone.
him.
And he'll come on and they'll be like, what the hell were you thinking with that left field decision? And Boone's like, well, like yell at them back and be like, you guys don't know what you're talking about. And they fight. Then it's like, see you next Wednesday, Aaron. Yep. Thanks guys. And he'll be like red mad. Oh, it's unbelievable.
We gotta get to that level.
That's a level.
Damn, Oilers will never play ball.
Nope.
If we crowdfunded it, maybe we get Jeff Jackson on this pod every Thursday.
Jeff Jackson, I feel, is actually cool and not
Yeah.
scared to talk to us.
That's wild to me. I didn't know that they have the active Yankees manager
Yes,
on the podcast.
that's wild.
Doesn't that strike you as like some sort of weird conflict of interest? I suppose it is.
And the Yankees had a really bad season.
And they like, I can't believe that they rip him. Like if I had Jay Woodcroft on, I would never be like, what the hell are you thinking with this top line Fogle
yeah,
stuff?
if you're paying
Woody?
him $1 million a year, though. You can
Yeah,
get a
like
little bit of that.
then I think that's part of it is they know they can just get away with like borderline disrespecting him.
So the fans have been disrespecting me my entire life for free. Now they're prepared to pay me $1 million.
Yes,
I'll go.
Yeah.
Like if we had Peter Chiarelli on right now, I would probably be like, you know, Pete, you did some good things.
Man, if he goes to Ottawa, that'll be
I don't understand the economics of podcasts at scale. Like Lil Boozie's talking about making $80,000 to go on a single episode of a rap podcast.
Yeah.
How many men pubic hair trimmer ads are these guys rocking? Like, who's paying $1 million a year?
Well, think of that like what's a podcast ad? $20 CPM.
I don't know what that means.
So
cost per 1,000 impressions.
So 4,000.
So for $1 million, how long is their season? Like,
Because like I know Pat McAfee has paid Aaron Rodgers over $1 million in appearance fees
So you
as
need
well.
4 million. Yeah, you need 4 million downloads or streams of that episode to justify that
Just
rate.
that
just to
guy.
cover that cost.
just that guy.
Just to cover Boone. I bet you over the course of a season they do.
That's for that was for one episode.
4 million downloads for one episode.
If it's 80 grand.
Oh, 80 grand. Oh, for
Like just thinking
for
about the
Boozy.
economics, like granted they might have 3 partners but
They may have their
but
own
they have other
costs.
costs.
Yeah.
Yeah. Also, trickle down has a positive impact on other episodes if you get one big name guest on one, right?
Mm-hmm.
People will get sucked in. Like the guy who said
he do a weekend worth of appearance fees by doing a 1 hour podcast.
damn.
What if we just start tacking onto the back half of our titles like Real Life Podcast, Halloween Recap featuring Justin Timberlake? You know? And then we'll just be like, oh, he didn't have time for it.
Start
No-showed.
Yeah, you
start
no-showed us.
blatantly lying about having Oilers
The
on.
guests we want to have instead of the guests we do get.
Or like sometimes radio stations will be like, coming up in the next hour, we're going to hear some stuff from Evan Bouchard. Then it's just locker room tape.
That's cool.
We could just do that. Find some locker room tape of like Bouch and like set him up for questions.
If we brought Gavin in and had him sit off camera and claim to be Evan Bouchard, who really could tell?
It's a decent point.
Yeah, I mean, it's a fair point.
We can
And,
try it.
and if anyone gets mad, we'll claim parody. We'll be like, oh yeah, it's like a bit. Our listeners get it.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, we
You
know
guys
it's not
don't get
Bouchard.
it.
Yeah.
Maybe.
But
Then the Canadian government rolled out new podcast regulations.
They're trying to regulate us.
they're trying to
You have to, like, sign up and snitch on yourself, but it's only if you make $10 million a year for the podcasting.
yeah.
Floor.
So we're
How many
safe.
fucking podcasts in Canada are making $10 million a year?
Jesperson. I don't know.
Well, honestly, though,
or networks. But yeah, it's
John Boy's paying a bloody mill to
Yeah.
the GM. That's mind shattering.
I had a podcast network slide into my DMs the other day and tried to
then
hire
you're
me.
regulated by
Go
the
on.
CRTC.
Is John Boy?
No, it wasn't John Boy.
Say that again.
I said I had a podcast network slide into my DMs the other day to try to hire me.
That's cool.
They're like, hey, we have this opportunity. And I responded, I said, sorry, that would go against my current contract. And
You
then,
get poached by the Oilers rig?
yeah, well, no, and then the next DM from the guy is, you know anyone good who I could hire? I was like, what the fuck?
geez.
No. If I
Heck
did,
no.
I'd hire them
That's like
myself.
when Graham Rolston, the guy from the Hockey News, emailed me if we can borrow like our writers for a Leafs playoff run.
It's like, well, no,
Like,
we're going to use them on our
like,
own
that
sites.
sounds like human trafficking. You're just that's just a way of trying to poach them.
Plus, the Leafs don't go on playoff runs.
Yeah.
They have one series, and then they're
Now it might not have been a Leafs playoff run, just in case someone uses this against me. I think it was a playoff thing, and he needed writers, and he was trying to like get our writers.
hey, could I have some of your employees? What?
Yeah, it
No.
was something weird like that.
you can have Max Scherzer.
He said he's getting drunk.
He's playing on 3 different teams at once.
Max Scherzer?
Yeah.
He's getting paid from 3 different teams.
Crazy.
And the team that paid him the least is the team that he won the World Series with.
Wow.
That's how you do it.
Never been less excited for a World Series champion than I
The
was for the
lowest
Texas
watched
Rangers.
World Series ever.
I believe that. Which is a shame because it was such a good season of baseball and such a well-watched season of baseball with the rule changes. So
What happened to the vibes? I thought the vibes were excellent with the Diamondbacks running the World Series. the whole
Diamondbacks
thing.
just weren't good
They
enough.
have like 9 fans.
That too. They don't have a lot of
What
fans.
is Arizona supporting? If they're not watching, they got 1,200 capacity for the Coyotes. They got nobody that
Arizona Cardinals.
But also the Texas Rangers are such an unattractive team to watch. Like,
Visually, they're ugly.
well, yeah. So they
no
That's
babes on that
shallow.
team.
they had a watch party at their stadium because they were on the road last night to win. They had a watch party at their stadium and it was like 1/10 full.
But
There's, like,
it's
no one there.
So far away.
I know, but still, like you would think, like if the Oilers did a watch party the night that they could clinch the Stanley Cup, you could put it at Commonwealth and there'd be 60,000
I
people
saw
there.
the World Series trophy get awarded, and
Long
it was
time
like
pee.
5 seconds long, and they were all gone.
Yeah, because then they just go party in the clubhouse.
They
Yeah,
didn't do anything. They just
Those
went-
those on the road.
But still, like
Yeah.
you're at the final game. You'd think there'd be like, even if you're on the road in a cup win, they twirl around.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's true. That's
And they
true.
just booked it.
Yeah, well,
and I found a bag filled with memorabilia, so I was happy again.
yeah. Baseball playoffs are a little anticlimactic just because the start of it is so good. It's a little bit like hockey too, right? Like the first 2 rounds of the NHL playoffs are dynamite every year.
First round is the best thing going in sports.
So good.
Yeah. And I think it's almost the same with baseball. Like the wild card round is so good now. The ALDS, NLDS is so good still.
I'm just so exhausted after 160 seasons. Such a good time.
And the same thing as hockey, though, right?
Memories.
So, like, you sit 82 games. Okay, first round, unreal. Second round, couple good stories. But then you get to the third round, and like,
unless your team, well, then it's a matter of unless your team's in it. You
exactly
don't care.
Same thing as baseball. Like, I mean, if the Jays were in that World Series, we would have been talking about it every day. It would have consumed my life.
You would have been.
Yeah.
You guys would have been invested in the run. You would have believed.
I would have been. I would have been there. I would have been with you.
Hashtag next level. Is that their thing?
Yeah. Retire that. Fire that into the sun.
That's false news. Fake news.
They should have a bunch of turnover though this year, should they not?
Yeah, like they're going to qualify Chapman, but they're going to let Merrifield walk. They're going to let a bunch of other guys walk.
This is how it always goes. I check in on the bloody Blue Jays about 3 times a year. Once in the middle of the offseason, they go, oh man, this is going to be great. We just signed this guy, 8 years, $463 million, #1 pitcher in Korea or some bullshit.
Yo, if they can get Yamamoto in free agency.
Kyler Yamamoto?
Yeah. No, it's a different Yamamoto.
Baseball Yamamoto?
Yeah, and he is sick. And
See,
he
this
might.
is how it starts.
In Japan right now?
Yeah, and he
is
might
that
get
that
posted.
guy who's like, is that the one that you've been hearing about for like 2 years now?
Yeah.
Because you get him and Ohtani on the same team?
Maybe.
Then you check in around opening night and they go, oh, it's going to be unbelievable. Like we got the guy I told you earlier about the Korean guy. And then we just signed this other guy, Pedro Felipe, and he's going to fucking hit some dingers. And then you check in 3 months in the season and you say, hey, how are the Jays going? They go, don't even ask.
When does free agency kick off in baseball?
I think we're 4 weeks out.
I just want to know where Ohtani goes and for how much.
Yeah, I know, me too.
Because he's a free agent.
$500 million.
fully
Well, he can't-
fit.
he-
But he can't pitch though.
He's taking a break from pitching.
For only 1 year.
But how much is that going to affect his income? That's what I care about.
This guy, Yoshinobu Yamamoto, had a 1.21 ERA in Japan. He pitched in Japan for the last 4 years, and he is currently 25. So from 21 to 25, never had an ERA above 2 in those 4 years.
Whoa.
I was watching a thing on him a couple months ago. He just throws gas too.
Yeah,
Does he?
He's
Oh, I already
electric.
love
It'd be like,
This is how the cycle goes again.
I know, but
I've seen this so many times.
But is he like...
he's legit.
But like every Japanese baseball player has to come through the West Coast. It just seems to be like the normal path.
So he's going to Seattle then?
Fuck, probably.
Him and Ohtani, I'd be a Mariners fan.
I used to be
Join
big
quads.
into Japanese baseball, and there was this one season I remember when they brought over an American guy, and he fell in love with the general manager's daughter.
Mm-hmm.
And we
Mustache man, I believe.
That's right.
Yeah.
Yeah. It was a good season of ball. I'll tell you. I don't remember who won.
I believe they called him. It was the Mr.
It was a Mr.
Mr.
It was a
Baseball.
Mr.
Yeah,
Baseball.
He made such an impact.
Yeah,
on
with the
Japan.
Tigers.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a great.
He won. He ended up winning the affection of the dad.
He
Didn't
did, and that was the hardest part of the season.
that was-
getting the dad to agree to let him date a daughter.
The whole year was a journey.
I don't even know the reference.
This is the script of Mr. Baseball.
Mr. Baseball?
You've never
Tom
seen
Selleck.
Mr.
You're
Baseball?
too damn young.
Oh my
No.
god, it is a great
What were you
film.
Oh,
doing
it
when
came
you
out
were
in
minus 5 years
92.
old? Yeah, you were
Great
minus
film.
3.
You should watch it.
So he goes to Japan,
Yes.
falls in love with the owner's daughter.
Owner's daughter, my apologies. Who apparently
No, manager's.
No, or is it manager's daughter? I don't know.
Yeah, it's manager's
I
daughter.
thought he was reading the thing.
Oh yeah, no, he's
No, sorry. I'm just.
He's pontificating.
And the scene where he gets into the wood bathtub, that was one of the best games of the year. Remember, he gets in, he's like, ah, and then the girl comes in, she's like, it's time to kiss. Baseball's awesome.
Baseball does have good movies.
The rookie of the year.
Yeah.
yeah,
Bad News Bears.
all of them.
Moneyball, obviously. Field
Angels
of
in the
Dreams.
outfield.
Independence Day.
Yeah,
Argo.
Great baseball movie.
Argo.
All right. We need to step aside for a quick break. And then when we come back, Evan Bouchard. Hey, we didn't lose any listeners during that commercial break. That's a big moment for us.
Oh, hey guys, what's going on?
Hey, yeah, no, I've been good. Hey,
Bouchard.
hey.
I try as hard as I can. Shut up.
you guys said you're fans, right? Yeah, Ev, we've always supported everything you've done.
Sweet.
Yeah, we're pushing Bouch for Norris actually on a lot of the podcasts recently.
Well, some of you are. You.
Oh, you're pointing at the camera.
Yes.
To the listeners.
Thanks for all your support, guys.
Yeah, love support though.
Thanks, Bouch.
Hate me.
Have a good one. Open the door. Open the
Whenever
door
he
and
does
close
anything
it.
tweeting, we never doubted you for a moment is one of my funniest jokes so far this year.
I love those.
It's so funny.
It's the
People lose their shit.
Yeah, it's the
like,
best.
what do you mean you never doubted him? All you people do is doubt him.
My favorite is when Darnell Nurse scores and I'd tweet out, give him a raise.
And there's always some people who don't get the bit either.
Most people
Yeah,
don't get it.
Most people don't get it, but that's the best part. That's why you do it.
Yeah. All right. Before we continue along, exciting days.
Speaking of doesn't get it.
This stupid Oilers Nation, just everything we do always makes me laugh. The vernacular we've created is ridiculous.
Two big Nation Network updates. The first one is brought to you by Alberta Blue Cross. There's only one thing better than sharing memories, and that's making new ones. With Alberta Blue Cross's travel insurance, you can protect your memories and more wherever your travel takes you. ab.bluecross.ca/travel. We're traveling with them again.
We're going to Seattle next week.
8 days.
Plus, we just launched our trip to Arizona.
And they're moving.
Oh, I said on ON every day on Tuesday when this launched, I was like, hey, the first trip to Seattle sold in a matter of weeks,
we could
right?
have sold 100 if there was space.
This one you can't wait on because it should be more popular.
Going to the Mullen Arena, man. Like,
we're going to be a group of 50 in a 4,600.
It's like half the arena.
Yeah,
and
we're in the den.
You're going to the warmth in the middle of winter.
Nice little reprieve.
There's not a bad seat in the house because it's all one giant lower bowl. And they put the fun section in the Oilers attack zone.
Oh, fun.
Holy shit.
So that's the den. It's great.
I looked it up. Mullet Arena, exact same capacity as where the Moose Jaw Warriors play.
The Civic
It's
Center?
all working.
Oh, I wish it was Civic Center.
Mosaic Center. Is it still Mosaic?
Yeah.
I thought they lost the sponsor.
No.
They got it back?
Mosaic is
We did it.
booming.
The Moose Jaw Arena is really nice.
It's great.
So is the Arizona Arena.
Oh, man. I can't wait for that. It's going to be wicked.
It's going to be the best.
NationGear.ca.
So
Go
we
get
were
it.
what? We launched 2 days ago.
Yep.
We're 50. So we're 28%. Sold.
Good math. I could have done the math. Yeah.
Yeah.
You wanna double check
I
that?
chose
Yeah,
not to.
14 times
I
2.
choose
You're
not to math.
squinting and rubbing your chin. You couldn't have done that math.
Yeah, 28% sold out already.
I can't wait.
Feb
Fantastic.
18th to 20th. It's a long weekend.
It's a long weekend. So we go Sunday to Tuesday.
So you only got to miss one day of work, Tuesday.
Come back Tuesday. Yeah.
Giddy up. It's going to be a lot of fun. 2 night stay.
Taking a half day on Tuesday if you're real keen. But
Yeah, maybe if you're a nerd. 2 night stay at the Embassy Suites by Hilton Scottsdale. Transportation to and from the airport, which I have pegged at a value of $150 Canadian.
The transport side?
Yep. I'm just guessing what an Uber would be and converting it. Loosely converting it. I don't know what the conversion is. And you get 2 tickets to
Which
sit in
level
the
of
den.
Uber are you taking though?
I assume everyone does Uber helicopter like I do. So that's
$150. $150?
no, 1,500. Yeah, 3/4 of the trip is your Uber helicopter ride.
Yeah.
All right. NationGear.ca is where you can get it.
Can't wait.
If you're a Flames fan listening to this, there's no way we have a Flames fan that listens to this podcast, right?
Maybe to try to troll us.
Maybe. You can join Barn Burner because they're doing the same trip.
Yep. Different time.
Different time. Because
Tell the Flames off with the barn burner guys.
Yes.
Yep.
There's no better crew to tell them off with than Boomer, Pinder, and I believe Rhett Warner's going to make it.
Rhett's going to
I
go.
think Rhett's going to show up.
Do some high kicks with Pinder.
Yeah. Oh,
they know how to
he's a
party.
flexible man.
Yeah.
Can you imagine sending 2 Oilers fans on their trip in Flames jerseys with the orders of disgraced Flames fans so bad you're never allowed back on a Flames trip?
Mhm.
Interlopers will send in 5th column agents.
We're sending Waz on that one.
Yeah. But we're never having these Flames fans back.
He'll come back a Flames fan, though.
Probably. Yeah.
He's so impressionable.
Watching
I
those
live in
Barn Burner
Arizona now.
episodes, it doesn't make me a Flames fan, but it makes me a fan of their show. They're talking about my
great show.
favorite topic, the collapse of the Flames.
Yeah.
So we've had Aaron who produces Owen Every Day, and he's the host of Pre-Gaming with Boardsy, but he produces the Canucks and Leaf show for us too. And he's like, no, like I'm a Canucks fan now. He's like, I want them to win. He's like, you sit there and listen to like the fans and like Quads and Faber talk for as long as you do. He's like, you start to like them.
I thought Quaz told us he wasn't a fan.
Quads on the air goes, oh, I'm not a fan. Like I'm a media member. I'm not a fan. And then 2 seconds later refers to the Canucks by saying, we had a good game. And I was like, not a
Best
fan.
pairing in the league.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. And then he said Quinn Hughes and Philip Hronek are the best D pairing in the league. Yeah, right.
Jeremy Roenick?
Yep, him, that guy.
They were showing him doing a pregame skate on a Halloween wearing a Bobby Clark jersey and a blonde fro wig. And the announcers are laughing their asses off. I'm like,
It's the funniest thing that happened in the year 2007.
yeah, like 1996 was a boring ass year in the NHL. They had that, and then they had the All-Star game with the puck. That was it.
And they had that moment when the Sharks unveiled their mascot, remember? And they
You got stuck?
And he got stuck halfway up and then passed out
They're this close to setting an
in the suit. That's the story, I think. Is he like got freaked out because he was like, "Oh my god, I'm gonna die!" Then just because you can see the suit go like and like slump over.
No.
They are 2 losses away from setting a new NHL record for most consecutive losses to start a season.
When I was talking to Gregor earlier in the year and he said that, I was like, what's going on with Noah? And he's not re-signing. He was like, the Sharks are the stupidest people in the world. And I'm like, this is crazy uncle talking. This isn't Jason Gregor. And he's like, no, mark my words, they're going to be bad next year. I'm like, no, you're wrong. His victory lap right now is awesome. He's so happy.
Oh, he loves shitting on him any chance he can.
And no one made the Leafs, so it's all good.
Yeah. And now he's a Leafs fan.
Okay, let's
Big Austin.
Who? Gregor's a Leafs fan now?
Well, because he wants Noah to win.
Oh, yeah.
7 days from now, the Oilers are going to play the Sharks.
I'm scared.
What do you think? What's
They
the
could bamboozle us.
That's the thing. Like if they still won, that scares me.
There are very few times in a season where you'll see an NHL betting line. Let's fire it up, courtesy of Betway, where you'll see an NHL betting line get to like minus 450 or for the spread to be 2.5 goals.
Yeah.
Like we've had one this year where the spread's 2.5 goals. I think that's one of them. Like the Oilers are probably minus 450 favorites.
I'd almost bet on the Sharks.
I would probably just do it just because that's for the juices.
Never bet against the Oil, though.
I know.
But directly.
You're right. If the Sharks, they have 3 games before then.
Through a proxy account like Shane Pinto.
When they did that play-in against the Jets, I'd convinced myself this was going to be such a beatdown. They were only going to take 2 games.
Yeah,
never count your chickens before
that. And the Hawks. Those 2 years in a row
that was a weird, dark period in our existence, both humanity-wise and Oilers fan.
Yeah, it was weird. Yeah, it was different.
Not fun. Anyways, I'm really hoping the Sharks win one of their next 3 because I don't want that pressure of them being.
I'm like,
winless.
yes. And if it's for some reason a must-win game for us, double yes.
Yeah,
but we went through this on Oilers Nation every day.
Water poisoning,
hyperhidrosis.
We're talking about. So I was explaining what happens when you consume too much water. And then Liam's like, "Yeah, but you can just take a pee." And I'm like, "You're not hearing what I'm saying. You're drinking all this water and you're flushing it out." And yes, when I say flushing, it means piss. And I point to Tyler. He immediately starts laughing.
Loves it.
Great.
And then explained it. Yes.
Because our friends at Sherwood Ford the Giant have a new Sherwood Marine and Power Sports, and they have a pool that's 91,000 liters
of pee.
Well, at some point that water was pee, yes.
Upcycle.
Yeah. And Liam and I
91,000 liters. I have no frame of reference.
Neither did I. So I was like, oh, Liam, maybe this is a good promo bit we could do. Me and you are going to attempt to drink 91,000 liters of water by the end of the Oilers season. And then we did the math. We'd have to drink like 300 liters of water a day. It's like, oh yeah, we can't do that. So that was it. That was the whole bit. And I totally disrupted whatever you were saying.
Oh, because we were talking about water poisoning. Did that, you would die.
Yeah. Oh, but we were talking about the Oilers schedule. I think they're going to go.
And that's why we drink all the water, because it's about the Oilers schedule.
Yeah. I think they're going to go 5-2 in the next 2 weeks here. And what's going on outside the studio? It's like, who's using power tools?
You're the construction man.
I know.
You're not out there.
No, Jay.
No one's authorized.
Jay punted me from my duties as chief construction officer of Nation HQ.
It's all done. What's left?
There was a whiteboard to hang the other day, and Jay apparently
you didn't hang it?
And Jay apparently said in the meeting, "Ask Chalmers, don't ask Tyler."
Getting DMs from other podcasts. You should be a little nicer to your.
I'm going to DM that guy back. Can I use power tools?
Singing Bag Milk's mantra of deeper lanes.
That's right.
What's that mean?
Too many hats. We're getting to be a size of a company where just stick in your lane a little more.
Oh, where the guy who hosts 4 podcasts can't hang shelves anymore.
That's right.
How do we overwork him until it collapses?
That's what I'm asking.
Dude, what are your construction needs?
Hey, can I steal any of your employees? No, random man in my Twitter DMs. You most certainly cannot steal any of
I
these.
can't wait to find out who this is.
I know.
Allow me to relate this to the Oilers. Remember when they forced Sam Gagner into the league at 18?
Mm-hmm.
Remember at 34, he was old and broken and had 2 fake hips? That's what we're trying to do to him.
No, actually, I think forcing Gagner into the lineup at 18 was all a long con to get a value veteran 17 years later.
What do I need him the most?
If we ruin this prospect now,
Connor McDavid.
Yeah,
that's what we want to do with you, your M-Check. When you're 35, we want you to be like, I got like 40 years worth of work experience in this company because you made me do this, you made me do this, you made me do this. Then you'll be burned out,
and then
2 fake hips. We'll bring you back for 20 games, retire your number, and then shoot you into the sun.
And then take all of the audio recordings, create AI your Remchuk, fire me, and at some point along the lines, I'll have like the guy from The Blind Side accidentally signed my life away to you guys.
Just get alcohol poisoning on a nation vacation. Jay duct tapes a pen into your hand, and you sign away your life rights to it.
Ah, damn!
I think I could water poison him.
Well, he sounds like he doesn't even need to do it himself.
I was debating it earlier, so yeah.
Let's keep handing him waters.
Here, have this one.
I'm excited to see Gagner back.
Speaking about handing drinks to one another,
Okay.
that Putin Kim Jong-un is hilarious.
What are you talking
When
about?
they're doing that toast and they both like won't take a sip. They're like,
What, because they're going to get poisoned?
you've seen that, right? They like,
No.
they do a toast. You have not seen that of all people. Okay.
No. I know that he was in China doing it.
And they both just like awkwardly just stay. They don't take
Does
it.
they think they're going to get poisoned?
Well, Putin for sure does.
Let's watch. Putin and Kim Jong-un. He put something in his hand. Oh, they're laughing. They're kind of friends.
Well, I don't know if like you're watching a global feed, so this might be like go look, search Twitter.
No, I saw the thumbnail was them toasting. I'll just go scroll to the right part of this. Come on. Oh, there we go. See there.
Oh yeah, they're just eyeballing it. There's not doing anything. There's no business getting done here.
Oh.
Maybe
Oh, they just put it down.
Did I get deep faked then by Twitter?
No,
Twitter
it
made
kind of looks like they didn't take a sip.
Twitter made it seem like they just like awkwardly like cheers and didn't do anything.
That's what Twitter makes it look like. They just cheers, they stand, they put their drinks down.
Yeah.
That's the video I'm seeing.
Okay, so
So if you're getting bamboozled, then I am too.
I got bamboozled.
There's a member of Kim Jong-il's security team whose job it is to bag up his excrement and bring it home so that foreign intelligence services can't get a read on his health.
That's why Tyler does it with me.
That's a fetish.
Mm-hmm.
You know what? All jokes aside, feels like these two toasting to their friendship might not be good. I'm going to put this on the official real life watch list. Stories we're going to keep an eye on just for
What else is on
Shane
that list?
Pinto,
Pinto
burgeoning
thing.
alliance between North Korea and Russia.
How much water I can possibly drink.
Two
That one,
consecutive
I'm just-
weeks of keeping it 100.
You know, I'll keep it 100.
You know, week on week, he's keeping it 50.
That's true.
Yeah, that's true. That's pass. That's
Keep knocking it in
Just a
half.
mild annoyance.
will it be 33% next week?
These get degrees.
Not bad.
What's your Q100? You're
Yeah.
getting ready to.
You know what? I think we need to watch this Putin and Kim J guy, KJ as I call him for
You're
short.
keeping it 100?
Yeah, let's just all do a better job
keep an eye on
globally
it?
of keeping tabs
Well,
on
I
it.
can help. I mean, what do we see? If we see something, what do we do?
If you see something, say something.
To whom?
Just people.
CSIS.
Listen, I've been
Bob.
getting more ads for CSIS on Twitter and
Yes,
YouTube.
they're hiring.
You get them too?
They're
They're
hiring.
always lurking in
It's
this
like
market.
aggressive. I'm like,
Yeah.
what?
I've even seen TV ads.
I've looked. I
read
am not
enough
qualified.
Conspiracy theories that they're like, this guy's just about ready to join.
But
the
why?
pros.
What are they advertising to you?
I
Join.
want to be a spy, and yet I am not qualified.
You're not qualified? What?
Is it like mascot school? You got to go somewhere special for a bit?
Yeah, I don't have any military or policing experience.
That's probably better. It means you're moldable.
I got street smarts.
Hey, that's my first ever manager when I worked retail said that. Only hire people with zero work experience because they have no bad habits.
That's the best rubber tug in
I
town.
was like, they also don't have skills, but sure.
Ah,
Makes a
overrated.
bit of sense.
Would you rather somebody who's skilled or someone who's willing to pretend to learn?
Oh, easy. You pretend to learn. Come on.
Put that on a t-shirt. All right. Well, that probably does it for today's episode. Hey,
What time is it?
I don't know. We're only 52 minutes in. Gagner.
Yeah. What about him?
It's going to be real easy for him to be better than Adam Ernie.
Wow.
Oh man, Adam Ernie just taking all kinds of shrapnel.
He's my least favorite Oiler ever.
Why? What did you do?
Ever.
Existed.
Ah,
I don't
more
know.
than dry toast.
You like him.
Ooh.
You like him more than Jake Vertanen.
He wasn't an Oiler.
think of all the good times with Jake Vertanen being here, though.
That fishing trip where they cropped him out of every photo. The countless articles from mainstream media going, hey, huh?
Everyone deserves a second chance.
Yeah. Even this guy whose teammates all hated him. Like, okay, well, maybe not.
Dallas played last night. Opportunity for the Oilers.
Yeah, I think the win tonight.
to 2.
Minus 140 favorites on Betway. I'm hitting that. Probably taking them in reg.
I did Oilers money line under 7.5.
I did over 5.5. Leon 2 points. It was juicy.
That's 10 points.
Chasing a little bit. Yeah, money line.
Oilers to win more faceoffs is mine.
I don't know how to track that.
Yeah, neither do I.
Yeah, I know.
Also, you're totally at the mercy of whoever's keeping stats. Like, okay, so in the new Wendy's Daily Faceoff Survivor Pool game,
Are you
Yes.
playing?
I cleared day 1.
what'd you have?
What'd you have?
Did you do Robertson like everyone else?
I did Robertson
I
Point.
think I did. One moment, please.
Day 2, one of the options is the Montreal Canadiens over 15.5 hits as a team, averaging 20 on the year. But
I
you're
picked
also
that one.
Oh, okay. That's
That's
when
what I
so
picked
you and
for
Liam
today.
are riding together. I'm doing Red Wings over 28.5 shots as a team.
Timmy Stutzla over
Square pick.
How do I find out
Square
what I
alert.
did?
No.
Frank was saying there's a prize for just anyone who competes in week 1.
They might have a draw prize.
Oh yeah, I did pick Robertson. So I picked Robertson yesterday, survived, made it through, feeling good about it. Today I've got Montreal over 15.5 hits. Connor McDavid over a half point.
And if you missed this first week, it obviously resets next Monday.
Yep.
So you can still go sign up. Every week's a new Survivor game, and then you're just trying to go the 7 for 7 to win a prize at the end.
And then you win prizes. So during the week games, they're giving away food.
Yeah.
So barbecue, bacon, cheeseburger.
Which are legit. I had one last week.
Very elite.
So
I am on my way to getting one. Very excited for this week.
And at the end of the year,
and then there's a cumulative for the year to win some money.
$5,000.
5 G's.
Dailyfaceoffsurvivor.com. Super easy. Dailyfaceoffsurvivor.com. Link is right on dailyfaceoff.com.
Yeah, like right when you go to the website, you can't miss it. Top right hand corner.
I love these.
I think it's fun.
What I like about it is just it's easy.
It reminds me of street cred from back in the day.
It does, yes.
And it's good to it's good office chatter as well.
I like games like
and like
I
if
like
you
street cred. I like this kind of stuff.
And if you and your buddies are like all playing it, then it's kind of like what'd you pick today? What'd you have today?
Measuring contest.
Yeah.
Like who's
What did you pick
it's
today?
about Wendy's.
Yeah.
Of course it's about Wendy's. I want
always
another
about
barbecue bacon cheeseburger. What did you pick today?
with a side JBC.
Red Wings over 28.5 shots on goal as a team.
Okay.
What did you pick?
I went Timothy Stützle over 0.5 points.
What I like to do at Wendy's Bag Milk is get an extra large soft drink cup.
Which is a large soft drink cup.
Servings are
2
huge.
piping hot cups of gravy and a Frosty. And I mix them all together. And I drink it. I call it a daily double.
You can get their
good
French
living.
toast sticks all day.
Yeah, they do breakfast now.
Yeah, French
Wendy's
toast sticks all
breakfast
day.
is unreal, actually.
Get a JBC, replace the bun with French toast sticks.
Ooh.
I did the breakfast baconator not long ago. Life changing.
That sounds
Really?
very good.
The other day I ordered it from McDonald's and they accidentally gave me a McGriddle. Not good, man.
That's why we go to Wendy's.
Sweet. It's too sweet. Have you ever had a McGriddle?
No, because I'm scared about how many calories are in it because it's heavy on the.
Yes,
It
it's
felt like a,
yeah,
It's like the most caloric thing.
Yes.
it was like eating a donut that has like goo inside it, but it was syrup inside it.
Yeah.
That's why we love Wendy's.
Bang on.
Competition's inferior.
it is inferior.
All right, Oilers Stars tonight. Monday, you and I will not be here
Oh yeah, we got a date.
with
Each other?
and Sakaris and Price.
Yeah, we're going to see our new friends, Sakaris and Price in Vancouver.
I thought you wanted to talk about that. There's a big announcement today at the network.
But I know we have a date. Our date is together to go see
6 a.m. flight together.
Sakaris and Blake Price.
Are we going to have an airport beer at 6 a.m.?
No.
What do you mean?
So we have to hit the ground running.
Oh, yeah,
We have to run. So now your
Is it a
location.
race you're going to?
Yeah, he's
Yeah.
got to run because he's got to go do DFO Live. So we have to find him a studio as soon as we land. Then we got to go to Greta in Vancouver to do
And every day?
Owen Every Day.
Oh, fuck.
Oh, yeah. Then we got to go and check out Canucks Convo get done and probably see if we can corrupt it.
That'd be fun.
Exactly. And then you get to wear your construction hat again because we have to set that studio up so we can do live.
I'm coming out of retirement.
We're going to
Coming
burn
out
him
of
out like Sam Gagne. I told you.
Live.
So who we
but
get?
then we're going to the other game because the Oilers are playing in Vancouver.
Oh,
that
and
night.
we got to do pregame show that day.
And we got to do a pregame show that day.
So who's doing real life? Liam?
I don't know. It's a good question, but that night we're also doing
Deeper lanes.
we're also
Deeper
doing the live watch along here, so people can look for that on YouTube. So as the Oilers play the Canucks, we're gonna have people live in our office watching it on the YouTube, and we got pre and post game that night, and then real life. Yeah, we'll have to figure out what we're gonna do with real life. We'll talk about that after the show. That'll be the one Chalmers can make.
It'll
And
be
we'll like,
26
We'll make Chalmers.
hours in Vancouver.
Yeah,
We'll make Chalmers produce.
You're on the air 27 hours of that.
Yeah.
Sounds like it.
Yeah, you're working
Can
30
you do
hours
3
a day.
shows simultaneously?
You're
I
gonna
might
be on
be
like
able to.
5 shows that day, up to. I don't know. Maybe you don't have to do Sakaris and Price. I'll just do it.
I can do Sakaris Price. Sounds like fun.
We'll see.
They got a nice studio. You got a beer?
They do have beer.
They have beer fridge.
right
That's
beside
where I'll get my first beer of the day.
them. Yeah, that's where we.
I'm just trying to map out my beers. Really, that's all I care about.
And see, when I was specifically requesting a beer fridge out here, Ronnie was just saying no.
We're getting one.
Are we?
Sales guy Jared has a big Oilers fridge that he wanted a golf tournament. He's like, hey, do you guys want this?
Yes.
I told him yes. And I said, maybe we should run it by people. And he was like, really? I was like, no, actually just bring it in.
Why would we do that?
Yeah.
Well, we're working on a beer partner.
Well,
And we're
gonna
gonna
have
fit-
fridge put it in.
And also, I just want to plant a seed. Pond hockey is back, but We're just working on all the planning right now.
Ooh, Jasper.
You bet.
Oh, buddy. Let's go.
Every year, just going to make it slightly better than the last.
Cannot wait.
We might do more teams this year as a company.
Favorite
Right?
weekends of the year.
More teams. Yeah. So Tourism Jaspers wants us back. So we're going to figure out how to make it work.
Let's go.
I'm coming home from Mexico one day early, first world problem, to be able to attend the tournament because they moved weekends.
Excellent.
It's the third weekend of January 19th, 21st. Pencil it in.
Giddy
Have
up.
to bundle up Frank Saravalli again this year.
Oh, yeah.
Make sure he's
Another trip out to Edmonton for old Frankie.
Frank's kids didn't want to leave.
They didn't want to
Is
leave.
that true?
Yeah.
That is true.
What they enjoy about it?
You take two kids to Wem, you tell me they're not having a great time in there? Did a bunch of shopping?
Oh, and like
Philly kids loving it in E-Town?
and all this, the pageantry of the Heritage Classics. There's so much
We do it
going
every
on.
weekend, kids.
And then Frank
Yeah,
probably
this is just how it always
introduced them to like every active Oiler. Probably they did a tour of the Oilers dressing room
While the game was
while
going
the
on.
game was on.
That's unbelievable.
Yeah,
Frank's little man is an Oilers fan, and I love that they were in a box, and he was unimpressed by the alumni there because he wanted to meet Wayne.
he was wearing a Gretzky jersey.
Was wearing a Gretzky jersey. Loved it.
And Frank texted me this morning. Oh yeah, I forgot I'm mad at you. You never took me for a donair. I'm like, dude, you
They
were
were frozen.
yeah, that's true. You were nowhere to be seen around.
You're taking with Gregor the whole time. Yeah.
He was already
Anyways,
on the plane back to Philly by the time you guys were getting donaires.
Yeah, they took the red eye right after the game
They did?
with the hopes of trying to get their
Tough
kids
to be
in school,
so
but they didn't sleep on the plane. Yeah, it's always on the move. Always on the move.
I will never compromise Wanye Jr.'s fun to go to school. I barely believe in Western education to begin with.
That's right.
I'm like, we're not taking a red eye. I have grade 3 tomorrow. You're not going to learn anything but fractions, and those aren't even useful.
Yeah. You got a phone. They told us we'd have no calculators. I'm living with one.
yeah, me.
How are you going to teach a kid who's going to have Neuralink in his lifetime? He needs to learn the multiplication tables.
Don't need it.
Exactly.
Soon it'll just be a file you download into your brain.
Neuralink.
Yep.
Just like the
That's
Matrix.
the calculator function.
Well, on that note, probably a wrap for this week's episode of the pod. Or
Keep an
today's
eye
episode of
on
the pod.
Poon and Kim Jong-un.
Yeah, that is new segment alert. It's
If you see
called.
anything, put it in a podcast review.
Yeah.
In the podcast review. That's how we'll keep it under
Guys, I
the
don't like what
radar.
I'm seeing
They're
here.
not looking there.
Stories worth watching. Tyler's new signature bit.
Yeah.
If we hit a point where your M-Chick doesn't like what he sees, he's going to take action.
Remember how spies would communicate to each other with articles in newspapers?
Yeah.
Review section, Nation Real Life.
I want to see what your M-Chick does if he's had enough. He's like, hey, I'm flying to Pyongyang. That's it.
I'm not putting my foot down yet, but I just want them to know.
warn you both.
I know they're up to something.
You see Tyler.
Up at an event, just wag your finger at
Yeah,
it.
Tyler pops up in the DMZ
I
and
see
he's just
you.
like, no more.
No more.
Yeah. I see you. Maybe
If you see
trust you,
something,
man.
say something.
Strangely, I trust you to defend the world.
You're gonna get pulled
Not
aside.
you
Not
then.
enough about
We're
it.
gonna get pulled aside at the airport on Monday.
Yeah, you're making
well, we're flying within Canada, but
national
good luck- yeah.
security claims, sir, on your podcast. You aren't authorized.
Yeah, Putin's really pissed at the Canadian government right now.
It'll be funny if you get a cease out on your Instagram after this podcast.
I don't know how you have it.
I don't know how you haven't either. What we're possibly being inducted into.
I just made they think they're recruiting you and I
I just
specifically.
keep tagging you in all their tweets. That's why. Hey, recruit Bagmill.
There was also something really weird also dumping into my Instagram feed, and Maramusha was also getting it. So he had brought it up, and I was like,
The erectile dysfunction pills?
no, worse.
Worse.
I'm getting
Why? What is
CSIS
it?
and a Spider-Man
Don't
thing.
set
right
it
now.
up and then
Like a
don't-
toy?
no,
It's a post podcast comment.
Okay, post podcast comment.
I'm not like it's
How bad can it be if you're getting it on Instagram?
because I don't want 'cause
On
if I say it
Instagram,
this,
I'm-
people use it against me like it's like right like it's just. Easy
I'll tell you what I'm
fodder.
getting on Instagram. I'm getting the weirdest sex toys on Instagram right now.
Ooh,
I would be fine to say it was sex toys, but it's not.
Oh,
That's hot.
the Swiss Army knife of sex toys.
kind of. They're
Very
advanced.
sharp.
There's all
Swiss
kinds
Army
of
knife
moving
brand.
parts.
Ginsu Night branded.
I only use a Crocs
OJ
brand
endorsed.
sex toy in 2023 or onward. That's it for me. The collabo I'm waiting on.
Nothing but stainless steel for me.
Wow,
Mhm.
that's cold.
Yep.
Like you.
That's right. Gotta go in the
That's enough.
dishwasher, friends.
Well, that's enough. See everybody.